Hello viewers. Today we are going to discuss about basics of freelancing part 2. Here I'm going to share you details about do's and don'ts of freelancing. Let's get into the session. First, I'm going to share all the details of do's of freelancing. First point, maintain a calendar. It is always necessary to keep track of booked date or blocked date and the free dates so that you will not accept any other jobs on the same date and timing. This can avoid clashing. Next, you can maintain a separate file where it tells about the task that has been received, from which client you have received that particular task, what is the date of submission, what is the commercial that is to be paid by the client, and then whether the payment has been received or not, and all those details can be maintained in a single file so that you can keep track of both workflow and the income flow. Next, maintain separate account. So since a freelancer is associated with a variable income, it is always recommended to maintain the day-to-day income so that you can just measure how much you have obtained on a particular month, and you can also compare the income of this month and the next month. Next, block your calendar only after receiving mail confirmation. A freelancer might receive multiple work calls, but not all calls are true. So, only after receiving the mail, you block the dates so that you will not accept any other work on that blocked date and timing. Don't just block the date just after receiving the call. Next, always verify new client with multiple source. So whenever you receive a new contact of a client, you just cross verify with the online resources or with your network, your neighbors, so that you will not end up landing connecting with a fake client. Next, make sure about the terms and condition. It is the responsibility of the freelancer to read all the terms and conditions and then accept the work to avoid future issues. Next, always have a checklist. So, a freelancer might get multiple work on the same day, or some can be scheduled work. So, you must always have a checklist for completion of the work. You can just prepare your checklist based on the date of submission or the priority or whatever may be, and then accept the next work so that you will not land up without doing some particular work for a client. So always have a checklist to do your work in the best manner. Next slide. Save the context of the network properly. This is very essential. So a freelancer will get multiple contacts. So you should not save their particular number with only name. So for easy access in the future needs, you can just have their name along with some other details like client name or their profession or the place in which you where you met them, so that you can pick that particular contact in the future. Next, assess yourself and then accept the work. So a freelancer has to assess all the skills that he or she is having and then associate that particular skill with the job description and then accept the work. Next slide. Get ready to provide good intro about yourself. Giving a good introduction creates first impression. So always gets prepared with your introduction. The introduction should be based on skill sets and the appreciation or the achievement that you have obtained. A HR will always look for skills and achievements to give you a job. Next, be a good initiator in the gathering. So, a freelancer or a full-time employee should not wait for one another person to start something. You must be the initiator so that you get a good impression. Next, prepare yourself to meet and converse with unknown people. This is very essential for a freelancer. A freelancer always has to meet only unknown people. So at that time you have to be well prepared so that you show your professionalism through your discussion and you obtain other very good information from other resources. So this is very essential for your professional growth. Next, promote yourself. There is nothing wrong in promoting yourself, but you shouldn't exaggerate yourself. Next, get ready with the numbers. So when you get a job call, you have to actually get ready with one number so that you can associate with that particular JD. So when you get a call, the HR will ask you how much you want to get paid for this work. So at that time, you should not delay in letting out the commercials. So again, there will be a delay in job assignment also. Next, be professional. So punctuality, attitude and dressing is equally important for a freelancer as well as for a full-time employee. Next, get in touch with the client regularly. So a freelancer always has to get in touch with the client regularly and not often. So when you don't get a work from a particular client, it is the responsibility of the freelancer to just give a reminder to the client and ask for the availability of the work. You shouldn't disturb or irritate the client by giving too many reminders. Next, plan your financial needs accordingly. So since a freelancer is associated with a variable income, always plan your financial need wisely. Next slide. So far we have discussed about do's of freelancing. Now let's get into don'ts of freelancing. Do not let out the commercial paid by one client to other. So payments or commercials are always confidential. But when a freelancer is moving from freelancing to full time, he or she can let out his or her monthly income, but you should not let out the commercials paid for a particular work by the particular client. Next, do not mention fake skills. So this will lead into the problem, because once you don't have a particular skill but you accept that particular job, then your fake skills will be shown once you submit the work to the client. So please avoid that. Do not rely or wait for a one particular job or one particular client. This is very important. A freelancer has to have multiple clients in hand so that the workflow and income flow will be good. Next, do not accept any work or commercials orally. This is very important. Always you have to receive a mail. The mail should contain the work that you are going to do, and about the commercials also. So when you are not paid for that particular work, you can just show this mail and then get that particular amount. Next slide. Do not underestimate or overestimate yourself. So both are bad for professionalism. Next, do not work and do not overwork and lose health. So this point, a freelancer might get work sometime, might get overloaded with work. So you must decide which work to be done, which work to be accepted, so that you don't lose your health. You should always have a work-life balance. Next slide. Do not talk unnecessarily, which put down professionalism. Yes, when you meet unknown people or known people, talk only necessary things. Do not assume have clarity. So when you don't understand a particular JD, or you have a doubt in the work that you do, please always clarify and then start working. Next, do not say yes to everything. This is very important for a freelancer. So since a freelancer might get work sometime, might not get work sometime, it is not necessary that you have to say yes to everything. Suppose you commit and then if you can't do or if you don't like to do, then that will land up into a problem. So almost I have come to the end of the session. Thank you very much for viewing this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please share with your network and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, viewers.